Hi folks, Frank Rossi, the Sideline Guy. We're going to a video blog right now because you can see behind me the snow has started here in Salem, Virginia. And I'm being joined right now by Carey Harveycutter, who's the Director of Civic Facilities here in Salem, Virginia. And Carey, we don't want to hold you too long here because it's starting already. What's going on? What's the weather look like for the next day and a half from what you've seen, and what can we expect from your crew, since you're pretty much going to have to manage the situation, make sure the game gets off without a hitch tomorrow?
Well, the last we heard between the National Weather Service and the meteorologists that we work with at the CBS affiliate here in Roanoke is the fact that we're looking at 12 inches of snow before tomorrow morning, with another 3 to 5 inches tomorrow after the sun comes up, with snow continuing through the game. At one point in time, he said very possibly it could be to the point that you all from the press box won't be able to see the game. The players are going to be whited out, which could be very interesting when you're calling the game. But the standpoint we have, as it starts falling on top of us now, is that we have a crew that's now around the clock. Our crew started at first flake. As snow accumulates on the field, we'll push it to the south end zone. For those of you that have been to the facility before, the end zone where the flagpole is and the high camera for ESPN. We're going to push it down there, pile it up. When it gets to a point that it is too high for us to manage, we have crews from our city water department. Our water and sewer is going to come in with tandem trucks, front-end loader that will load it in there and take it out somewhere outside the stadium. Whether it goes to the parking lot or the grassy field or across the street, I really don't know. But we're going to get rid of it as much as we can so we can manage it. Then beginning at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have a second crew that'll come in behind our overnight group that'll be working on sidewalks and trying to get steps cleared. We also have heaters running right now in the stadium that are three 35,000 BTU heaters on the visiting side, 2 on the home side, trying to heat the concrete as much as we can to keep as much snow as we can possibly keep from sitting there. It can melt out and thaw and go on and drain out. So we're doing that. And then we also have crews that are coming in to work sidewalks up and all of those areas tomorrow. Water department's also going to help with our parking lot. The challenge more than the facility is possibly going to be the roadways and getting people to the game. We're going to be okay in Salem. I think we've got sufficient people around the state to keep our roads around here straight. But once you get into the outlying areas, it could be a challenge.
Carey, a couple of questions that have come up on blogs and throughout the weekend so far. To tarp a field or not to tarp in this type of situation? You have some really great field turf on the field. When it was looking like 6 to 12 inches, tarping looked like a feasibility. 18 to 24 inches, maybe not so much. What was the thought process there?
That's very true. We have tarps, and we've had them left over when we had the grass on the field. Ultimately, the determination was when you're looking at 12 to 18 to 20 inches, the tarp can be more trouble. What we were very fearful of, because our tarp system, we have 8 different tarps, that if one of the tarps got mucked up in with one of the blades, then we don't have 15 people to get those tarps off the field in the middle of the night. In talking to the people at Field Turf, they say do what we're doing. We've got a track loader with a rubber blade. We've got a pickup truck with a blade that has PVC wrapped around it so it keeps it, from being real sharp. And they say that's the best way to do it, as long as you can get on it and stay on it. It's what they did the week before last in Whitewater when they had 15 inches before the semifinal game. Mount Union uses a brush system. We just feel the blade's going to be more effective in this case.
And we were talking a little bit before this interview. You've had some offers of help around the community to show what kind of community effort this really is. Why don't you tell the story you were just telling us?
Yeah, we really do. Northside High School won the state championship. They're one of our county schools. And they didn't have turf on their field. They were a grass field. The team they were playing in the semifinals for the state had turf, so they asked our Parks and Rec department, John Shaner and his folks, could they use our turf field at the high school to practice. We gladly let them use the facility. We've had just so much rain and moisture recently. So they got on that field for the semis. They won the semis, went on and played the state championship, used the field again in the rain, won the state. So their coach called this morning and their athletic administration and principal and said, you all were so good to us, can we send some football players over to help shovel tomorrow? So we're glad they're going to accept it. We'd love to have them. Hey, it's going to add to the crowd. Because let's face it, in this kind of weather, a lot of our local people, we usually sell, 600 to 1,000 tickets a day of the game. They're going to stay home. They're going to stay by the fire with a nice beverage and watch it on ESPN too.
Or listen to us here on D3Football.com perhaps as well.
Well, they can turn the volume down on the TV, listen to you all, and watch it on ESPN.
I like that, Carey. Very, very innovative right there.
Happens a lot with the Washington Redskins down here.
I'm not going to ask why. Carey, last question for you. I heard a media member ask you before they went on camera with you yesterday, have you ever had to cancel the Stagg Bowl? I know the answer to that is no, but what's the possibility? Is there any possibility of that happening?
That's above my pay grade. That's a decision that would be made by the NCAA in consultation with us. Our plan right now, and we met with Shauna Brown, the NCAA liaison, with Joy Solomon, the chair of the Division III Football Committee. Our plan is to play football, kickoff at 11:03 live tomorrow.
So we'll make sure we have everything ready to go ourselves here on D3Football.com, starting 9 a.m. on the pregame show. We'll have Gordon Mann and Ryan Tips with me. Then we'll send up to Pat Coleman and Keith McMillan with me down on the field. That'll be fun, Carey.
You've got a hat, I hope.
I do, and a red microphone so they can spot me somewhere. But tune in on D3Football.com using Ustream tomorrow for the broadcast. Again, Sideline Guy here, getting a little wet and cold, so we're leaving you, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow.